I missed the 2004 World Championships due to injury, and my body had obviously reached a very high peak very quickly, and it was one of the mistakes I guess you learn as a young athlete, that there's only so far you can push. So unfortunately I missed those World Championships, but it really made me think about a plan not to get injured again, or doing my best to manage ways not to get injured. So I think, I really was disappointed I missed the World Championships. Obviously, as the reigning world champion, I felt like I wanted to be there. I wanted even to prove to myself if I could do it again, because I was almost a bit like, did I just fluke it? Did I just have this really randomly good day? Did everyone else have a bad day? And so for me, my mind really started coming into play there about, oh, do I have a target on my back? Can I do this again? And it was a really interesting time and stuff where I really learnt to develop mentally what it meant to continually keep competing at the highest level. And that's where it really came about the next World Championship, where I actually wanted to prove to myself more than anyone that I could do it again. And Gamagori was the place where I came away in 2005 with my second world title. Gamagori in Japan is very hot and humid, and that was conditions that favoured me 100% down to the ground. Being a Queensland girl, I looked around at the rest of the athletes, all the Europeans who really already looked under stress before the race started, and I rubbed my hands together thinking, this is great, because if anyone can survive these conditions, I can. And already that was something that I thought about, and I used that, I guess, in the race too. I knew that I could probably go a lot harder and faster than these girls and not collapse compared to what they were used to in their summers. And for me, it was a non-wetsuit, very warm swim, and I wanted to lead and be in that front group because I knew the bike course was extremely technical, probably one of the most technical we'd had so far. And I knew with some of the training I'd be doing, what it meant to be in the front of the pack and to make sure that, I was taking into all the corners and all the dead turns. I was leading and not expending any unnecessary energy, but I was also trying to, keep myself out of trouble. And for me, when I got off the bike, it was about just getting out onto that run and just seeing whatever left I had in the tank. And I really recall being extremely hot. It was extremely humid, and the point where you feel like you're just running in soup. But I secretly loved it. I really loved those conditions, and I just kept telling myself again that, if everyone else is hurting, then, I know I am, but I should be able to cope with this better. And I just kept telling myself those things throughout the race.